Hi there, it's Cigar. Welcome back for another cigarette review. And today I'm gonna do a review on Gauloise Brunes filter. This is a filter version of the one I reviewed. I reviewed the unfiltered, non-filtered, plain, untipped, whatever you want to call them. I personally prefer the term non-filter. That's how cigarette manufacturers list their products when they don't have a filter. Generally, or they say regulars or plain or non-filter. But you know, unfiltered is a term that is more and more common now. So this is a filtered version of the small little Gauloise Brune, so dark French tobaccos, dark French taste. So first, yeah, I'm holding the packet here. So I'll take a look at the packet. As I said, you know, this is a tiny little packet. Let me get what Packet Marble Red here to compare. Yeah, of course, this is king size, 85 millimeters. This is about 70 millimeters long. The cigarette's probably, yeah, about 70 millimeters. So the pack is just a tad bigger. So very small little packet. That nice blue color, very reminiscent of the uniforms worn by the French soldiers during the First World War. And that's also probably why they choose that color when they modified the pack in the late 40s. Those cigarettes were introduced in 1910, not the filtered version obviously, but were introduced in 1910, so it's a 104 years old brand, very old. The filter version, the first kind of Gauloise with a filter that were introduced were in 1956, known as Caporal Filtre. Yeah, that's how they were known, but this version dates back from 1965 only. It was one of the latest products of Cigarette Brune introduced. And the current packet design dates from the late 1990s, so except for the health warning. This is back from Luxembourg. It's kind of old, it's got a very old price, 440. Now the price has risen to like 530, and it's 6 euros in Belgium, 7 euros, 6.90 in France, something like that. Yeah, in Germany it's like 540, but only 19 in the back. This is 20 is back. So 530 is the current price in Luxembourg, 6 in Belgium. So you get a French barcode on that side. You can see. Maybe I'm gonna try again, messing up with my little lamp. So hope you can see, because it's not too great of a camera there. So it says Gauloise Brune 20 cigarettes, and d'après Jacquenot, which means by the design of Jacquenot, which was the man who designed that helmet in the 1930s. No, the Celtic helmet appeared in the 1920s, late 1920s, and then it was redesigned in 1936 or something like that. And then the current design here dates from 1948. And obviously a little modification making it in silver in the late 1990s. Well, that's enough for the packet design. So same pack as the unfiltered one, except for that little blue, dark blue line which says filter on it. Yeah, filter. Okay. So Gauloise Brune, Celtic helmet, Gauloise. Maybe I'm gonna try without the cellophane. Sorry guys if it's a bit painful to watch up to this. Yeah, Gauloise, and then Brune, dark tobaccos. This is the back. You know, Luxembourg, 40% of the back of the pack warnings, and 30% of the front. In Belgium, it's like 50% of the front and 65% of the back. So, and we have pictured health warning on the back. It looks very, just as in the United Kingdom, you know, very nasty stuff. And it's gonna get worse soon. In 2 years, they're gonna introduce like a 65% of the package is gonna be warnings. And in France, they want plain packaging, as in Australia. That sucks. This is a little tax stamp. In France, you would only get like a blue, dark blue label, like the one you get in the United States on soft pack. It's a soft pack. Soft pack. It's a soft pack. It's a soft pack. So on here it says Gauloise Brune filter. serial number. So this is just a little tobacco between the cellophane and, well, actually it's not cellophane, it's plastic film, but never mind, we call them cellophane. Because back in the days, you know, it was introduced as with cellophane. Now I think it's polyethylene, something like that. Anyway, on the other side, already 5 minutes in the video I'm talking, but nothing comes out of it. It says Gauloises Brunes, 20 cigarettes, the symbol of police, litter only in the bins, and made in the European Union. Yeah, previously, until 2005, these were made in France. In 2005, they moved production to Spain, and then in 2011, they moved production to Poland. Nothing against Poles. Nothing against them, but you know. Also forgot to mention Germany and Luxembourg it's okay because the helmet is under the Gauloise writing, but in Belgium, you know, because the warnings are bigger, the little helmet here with the like 2 feathers has to be on, you know, on the side of the writing, so it looks a little less nice. So 20 cigarettes. And I guess that's it. 4 good ratings, 10 milligrams tar, 0.8 milligrams nicotine, 10 milligrams carbon monoxide. Still it for part 2. Silly looks. Okay, part 2 of the review. Well, I guess it's only in one part, but you know, I'm shooting 2 bits of the same review so that I don't lose time taking the cigarette out of the pack, but I'm wasting my time here. Just speaking, maybe the light isn't quite correct. It's 6 p.m. and the sun is already fading down. So, take a look at the cigarette. As I said, it's approximately, can't talk today, approximately 70 millimeters long, probably 69. Yeah, not a big fuss from 1 millimeter. It's got, you know, a white filter, actually white wrapper around the filter, white tipping paper, that's how it's called. That comes all the way up to here, just, you know, on top of my 2 fingers here. So my index is the length of the filter. Maybe you can see the difference, and this is whiter, this is white, and this is whiter. So whiter than white. On it says Gauloises Brunes, sorry, talking in English for saying French words, which is very, very weird. It sounds weird to me. Anyway, Gauloises Brunes. Back in the days, it only said Gauloise without the plural, without the S. Maybe you can see me. Same story every time I try to do it. Well, what you gonna do to it well? I'll probably can't see. This is such a tragedy. I'm recording in 480p because if I record in 720, it's gonna take forever to upload because I only have the 2.4G and not the 4G or stuff like that. Hope you know what I mean. That's how we say in French. Anyway, so little cigarette here with a tiny filter. The filter actually comes all the way up to here, and the slide part, you know, obviously it's the joint between the actual tobacco paper rod and the filter part. So Gauloises with Brune, written underneath. Paper is all white. It's not laid paper. It's wove paper. That's how it's called. So that doesn't mean it doesn't have efficacy. It just means it's not laid paper with little stripes, little striations on it. It has nothing to do with efficacy. It's just to make sure that the cigarette is going to burn as a, you know, it's going to burn at a better rate and it's going to burn more evenly. This is another design. This is the older cigarette. It was considered less of a quality. Back in the days, you know, superior cigarettes marketed by the French monopoly. You know, tobacco was French state monopoly until 1999, I guess. Not so long ago, it was French monopoly, so state-owned company, actually. So, called the CETA. Well, love the smell of those cigarettes, that dark tobacco. It's very unique. There is no other tobacco that smells like that. It's really that French blend. That's how I call it. Tabac brun. Yeah, dark tobacco blend. Some people say, well, you know, it's a mix of Syrian and Latakia tobaccos, and simply it's dark tobacco, dark burley. It's close to Kentucky tobacco, which is air cured. Kentucky tobacco, and maybe a small hint of dark fire cured tobacco, but really just like a hint. So it smells very similar to nothing else. Oh, to a cigar. Take a small cigar and it's just gonna smell nearly the same, almost the same. That's really the smell. I forgot always to say that, but it smells just like a cigar. Ah, which is gorgeous. It's got one or two lines, fuck me. Two very small lines of perforation, of tiny perforation, right in the middle of the filter. So let's get it lit up. Already 10 minutes in the videos. And already 10 minutes in the video. Tastes nice, tastes nice. It tastes almost like a small cigar. Almost. It's a little different. And the major difference between this and a small cigar is that you can actually inhale this. It's a little more, alkaline as a pH than your regular American blend cigarette, so it's gonna be a little harsh in the throat, much like a cigar. That sensation, that dry sensation hitting you is just because of the pH of it being higher than 7. When it's acidic, like American or English blend cigarettes, like Benson and Hedges or Marlboros, you name it, the smoke is basically a little acidic, and so it's easier going down because there is no difference of pH between the throat and the mucus and the smoke, the pH of the smoke. Anyway, that's a lot for scientific details. Smells very nice. I wouldn't say they got a big body because they lost quite a bit with the EU regulation, especially the non-filter version. It's still okay for these because back in the 1970s, these were like 12 or 13 milligrams tar and 0.9 milligrams nicotine, somewhere in there. Now they are 10 milligrams tar, 0.8 milligrams nicotine. So, but the non-filtered version have lost quite much more. Shut up, that's just my dog. Yeah, it's got a little throat resistance. I've smoked Marlboro all day long, so I got a kick, definitely, like a small cigar, exactly the same sensation. Burns a little fast, honestly, and it's being a smaller cigarette. No cigarette is going to last you 10 minutes. Not anymore. And I was saying they lost quite a bit with the EU regulation. Can't talk today. EU regulation back in 1993. A maximum of 15 milligrams tar, and before that they were slightly wider. They were like 8 millimeters wide, 9 millimeters wide, and now they are like 8 millimeters wide. So about the same as a Marlboro Red. Exactly the same, in fact. Or maybe 7.9 millimeters, something like that. So they were bigger, actually. The Gitans stayed bigger for quite a long time. Even in 2010, I could still buy full gauge Gitans. Still limited to EU regulation, but they were a little bigger. Tastes good. Tastes a little like a cigar. I described the taste, I think, very well in the video about the non-filtered version of these, but for a strange reason, it's slightly more harsh on the throat than the non-filtered version. I don't know, because these, in France, you know, you have the percentage of ingredients on them, of additives in the tobacco blend, and you get, with the non-filtered version, you get 3%, which is very low compared to a Marlboro Red, which has like 9.5% of the weight of the actual, you know, smoking part, not, you know, minus the filter, obviously, but the actual smoking part is like 9.5% of additives. The non-filter version has 3%, and these 0, nul, nil, sorry, nul, nul, is in het Nederlands, ja. So in fact, it's an additive-free cigarette. Very quick burning, nicotine, quite satisfying in fact. Not as big as Marlboro Red, maybe because of the chemicals of the Marlboro Red in them. Maybe there's some slight, you know, nicotine enhancer to give you that quick feel, quicker hit of nicotine. This don't have that, but they're good. Honestly, I open the pack and I can smoke them like a charm. Also, a strange thing is always the last puffs, last two puffs, just ahead of the filter. They taste harsh for whatever reason. I don't know. They taste like slightly more bitter. Also, it tastes a lot. It tastes bitter. It's bitter. It's tasting cigarette, like black coffee, like, you know, cigar. So you really have to think cigar in the smoothie. Nice bodied cigarette for a small stuff here. It's definitely nice. It's a nice cigarette. It's good in my book. I'm gonna give them a 9 out of 10. They're pretty expensive, I would say. They're more expensive than Marlboro. In Belgium now, currently, as I'm talking now, October the 22nd. In Belgium, they are €6 a pack of 20. A pack of 19 Marlboro Red cost €5.50. So adjusted for 20 cigarettes, €5.79 for a packet of 20 Marlboro. So 20 cents more a packet than Marlboros. In Luxembourg, it's 5.30 instead of 5 for Marlboro. So it's a little more expensive. Is it worth it? Yeah, from time to time, I like a Gauloise. You know, classic French cigarette. I prefer the non-filtered version sometimes, but, you know, I like them. They're good. I give a 10 out of 10, I think, for the other one. I'm going to give it 8.5 for these. 8.5, 9, you know, somewhere in there. That's my own personal opinion. You might not like these cigarettes. I like them. That's what I said. Describe the pack. Describe, yeah, the cigarette. So definitely recommended by me. No problem. Go buy a pack if you can. On the continent, it's pretty easy. Mainland Europe. In the UK, can't buy them anymore. Can't buy Gitans. Can't buy even Gauloise Blonde, the light blend of not light as a light, but light in color, blonde. Can't buy them anymore in the UK. So yeah, if you can get your hands on a pack, definitely try them. It's something different, something unique, neat. Yeah, you get it. So that was it for my very long review. Sorry again. If you watch until here, that's 2 thumbs up. Hopefully you give me a thumbs up. Comments are welcome. Subscribing is welcome. Yeah, subscribe. Here I am. You know, 250 subscribers more. 254 I watched last time I checked. Thank you all. There's gonna be some reflect on my glasses. As you can see, I got a haircut. Much better looking. Still get that double chin, but anyway, that's how I am. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, as long as you aim well. Shout outs to Archie the Smoke.